Welcome back. This is Dr. Eric Roden, physical therapist and Neurology Solutions. Thank you for joining us. Today I'm going to do kind of an education talk on resistance training. So if you are working with a trainer, they've probably already gone over this with you. If not, you can definitely talk to your physical therapist, occupational therapist about different types of resistance training. Now what I mean by that is, what is your goal with the resistance? So you can do heavyweight, you can do lightweight, you can do 20 reps, you can do 50 reps, you can do 5 reps. There's a lot of variations out there, and what's the purpose of each? So I want to kind of just take a minute and explain those. There's going to be a little variation person to person as far as the exact numbers, so I'm going to give you kind of some generalized numbers here to go off of, but per person, per trainer, they may slightly vary, and that's totally okay. It's not wrong. It's kind of a sliding scale. So I want to break it down into 3 categories. We're going to go strength, endurance, and what we call hypertrophy. Okay, and I'll explain that a little bit more. So strength is purely, as it says, I want to be stronger. It doesn't necessarily mean muscle build. I just want whatever I can do. I want to be able to push more weight, get up out of the chair, whatever it may be. With those types of workouts, it is a very high level of weight. So what that means is, you're looking at 70, even 80% of your basically 1 rep max. So that would be something you would do with your trainer. How much weight can you push in 1 rep? That's all you got. It would be a percentile of that. Now other places, they might do a 10 rep max, and there's a calculation that you can do to create your percentiles. But just generally, it should be really, really hard weight, really heavy weight, and you're only able to do about 3 to 5 reps of these. So we are not talking very many reps. So 3 or 5 reps of that, very, very heavy weight. These are very, very challenging, but you get a long rest period. So when you exert yourself to that level, you need to let your body recover for a minute. So you're looking at a good 2-3 minute plus between each round of that. Now, as far as how many rounds you do, it varies, again, depending on the trainer, depending on the athlete, depending on the therapist. Some will go 3, some will go up to 6, again, depending on your program. So I'd say at least get in 3 if you can. Again, very heavy weight, long breaks, let your body recover to be able to push that same level of weight. Now, going on to the next one is going to be our endurance. So this kind of goes the complete opposite. You're going for relatively lightweight, but very high repetitions. So this is going to be, realistically 15 plus as far as endurance. Now, some people will say the 15 mark is almost in the hypertrophy range. It also depends on your weight, your rest time as well. So I highly encourage you, maybe start with 15 and work your way up into the 20s, maybe even 30s. So that means you're going maybe 20 to 40% of your max weight that you can do. And it's going to be high repetition. And it's also going to be small breaks. So we're talking less than a minute, and in some cases even less than 30 seconds to really keep that heart rate elevated and burn through. You're looking at something that you can repeat over and over and over again for a long period of time. So with the strength training, again, you may not necessarily see gain in muscle, but you will see gain in strength. Endurance, you tend to lean out a little bit more. Sometimes your muscles actually shrink. They almost kind of condense in a way because they adapt to how you're training. Now the last style is going to be your hypertrophy. So that's basically muscle mass. You're increasing the diameter of your muscle spindles. That's going to sit right in between there. So we're looking at about 8 to about 15 reps on these. And again, depending on your routine, they can range from 50 to even 80% of your 1 rep max. Depending on, again, on your goals, your intensity level. Most of my routines, I range between 10 to 15 on my repetitions. But if I am going a little heavier, sometimes I'll go down to 8, depending on the week. Again, your rounds also are going to be similar to the strength, about 3 to 6, depending on your goals and how you set it up with your trainer. These should be challenging, with a hypertrophy round. The goal always for me and what I tell people is you need to have that last round. So let's say your 4th round, you're on that 8th rep. It should be challenging to finish. I should be maybe shaking a little bit if I'm doing bench press. That means you're in the right range as far as your weight. If you're not feeling that and you're feeling like this is pretty easy to get through all 4 rounds, all 5 rounds, you might need to up the ante as far as your weights. Now again, with any of these are just general concepts. Please talk with your trainer, your therapist, even physicians that are well trained in this. let them help you out and design a proper program. If you don't have anyone, come visit us. We'd love to take care of you. We'll see you next time.